What's up, everyone? Welcome to another YouTube video. Banging these out here on the Lords of Limited YouTube channel. My name is Ethan, LordTupperware. We are doing this draft on stream as well. Couple housekeeping things before we dive into the draft here. Please go ahead and click that thumbs up button, click the subscribe button, shoot a comment in the comment section. All that stuff helps to grow the channel. And we're going to dive right in here to our pack one, pick one. Pretty decent. Nice to pick up a Nightmare Shepherd, one of the best cards in the set, and nice to get it to be in one of the best colors in the set. So we just get to dive right into drafting black. If Nightmare Shepherd weren't here, I think it's a pretty interesting conversation between Hero is the best white card, Caryatid is the only green card, Gull is the best blue card, Bleepus is another good black card, and Final Flare. So you've really got these 4 or 5 options really to do what you want. They're all similar power level. My gut is that Hero of the Pride is the best, but that really I don't really know. I don't feel confident in that decision. So I'm glad I don't have to make it and just take this Nightmare Shepherd. All right, well, I'm going to follow that up with a Final Death. Pretty easy peasy 1-2 punch. Final Death weren't here, I'd be thrilled with Acolyte. This card is already great and goes up in value with a card like Nightmare Shepherd. Like, get those ETB triggers for sure. Beyond that, I don't know what I would take. I like Wolf Willowhaven quite a bit in green-black. More than Caryatid. I like that it ramps you early and then goes to the graveyard and leaves behind something to, be a third or a fourth of a escape card. Beyond that, I don't know, Gull, Ichthyo. It don't matter. Take the Final Death. Okay, pretty steep drop off here, but we do get a card that actually pairs pretty nicely with Nightmare Shepherd in Anax Hardened in the Forge. This is the best red uncommon. I think this is certainly better than all the red commons. It's probably close with Iroas's Blessing, but still very strong. I do think it's better than Fateful End. And I'm going to pick that up here. I'm not going to just grab Nyxborn Marauder. I don't feel like I need to worry about cutting black and then load some Chimera consideration, another Gull, an Omen, Faithful End. Obviously, Faithful End better than Omen here. So I'm just going to grab Anax Hardened in the Forge. And then again, weird-ish direction. I don't think I need to... I'm going to want Amogus' Favor in my deck, but I don't think I need to take it here. I'm not going to take a red card or a green card to follow up, or a green card to follow up nothing, red card I'm not going to take to follow up with Anax, Thrillin, Arena, Trickster are not where I want to be. I am going to take Birth of Meletis here, getting some talks in chat to take Brine Giant or Envoy. If I'm taking a blue card, I'm taking Deny the Divine. If I'm taking a white card, I'm going to take Birth. I think it goes well in a black-white control deck, which Nightmare Shepherd and Final Death certainly lend us towards. So I'm going to do that here and just keep my options open. At this point, I would really like to play black if at all possible, but I don't know if that is going to be possible. Second Birth of Meletis, good as the first. First verse, second verse, same as the first. What do people say? I don't know, whatever. We're going to take Birth of Meletis number 2. Another Scophos Maze Warden, but this card just goes super late. It's not actually like a signal for red, as much as you can glean signals from the bots. I like Omen of the Sun and Black-White Control as well, but another Birth seems decent to me. Hopefully we can get some like return enchantment stuff, like a Lagana Band Storyteller or whatever. So there we go. All right, here we've got Piper, Favor, Physician, and Aspect as 4 black cards that are all fine to bad, or fine to medium, I should say. I would put Mogus' Favor first, though I do like me a Discord and Piper. I will say without a sack outlet, and even with a sack outlet, we've got our 2-drop slot pretty locked up if we're going to be in black-white with the double Birth holding down the fort. That's just what Discord and Piper would do as well, and I do like Mogus' Favor. Seems like the bots don't love Hateful Eidolon, and the bots also don't like Dawn Evangel. Now, we don't have anything to really abuse with this just yet. This is actually a really tough pick. I don't think we're going to take Dawn Evangel, and I also don't think we're going to take Lampad. I think we're grabbing Venomous Hierophant. The Hierophant is really nice with Nightmare Shepherd. So I'm going to grab that. Like this trading off and then coming back as a 1/1 Death Touch is also great, and milling you 3 again is also great. So I'm going to do that here. But I would like a Lampad in this deck, and I wouldn't hate a Dawn Evangel in this deck at the moment, but Venomous Hierophant is going to be the pick for me. And an Omen of the Dead is just choice. Gonna be happy to grab that. Nice. If they deal with your Nightmare Shepherd, you can get that back. So really feeling like we're cruising right now. And the pack was stacked with white cards. And the only one that's gone is the one that we said we would take, which is Hero of the Pride. And that is gone, and that's totally fine. I'm going to take an Omen of the Sun here. Honestly, I think a Rumbling Sentry would be totally reasonable in this deck. I don't think this is not really a Hero of the Winds deck, and your 4-drop slot can get kind of clogged. I think I'm going to move Anax to the sideboard for now and pick up our first Omen of the Sun, and then pick up our first Sentinel's Eyes. This is not really a Sentinel's Eyes deck at the moment, so I'm going to take that over Aspect. Until we have a Hateful Eidolon, I don't really want to run an Aspect, and I still don't really want to run Aspect, period. Only black card that was in this pack, pick 3, is still here in Nyxborn Marauder. I actually have a fairly reasonable Pious Wayfarer deck right now. Eyes, Favor, Omen, Double Birth, White Omen. So I think I'm going to take Wayfarer over the Marauder. I don't think this necessarily has to even go in a super aggro deck, but we certainly could shift things around to do that if we're seeing Wayfarers go kind of late. Take Envoy. Wears an Eyes or a Favor quite well. Not sure I want it here, but it also triggers the Wayfarer, but I'm going to put it in the board for now. And another Omen is Gas. And a Grim Physician, which I don't think I want to run, but I'm happy to see so late. Okay, so swing and a miss here with our rare. And I'll do a little quick check-in, as I like to do, and take stock of what we have, which is we're pretty flush with playables, and we've got a really nice, I think I would rather lean control with where we're at. And I'd like to get some more meaningful escape cards with the Hierophant, but I'm pretty thrilled with what we have in terms of our card quality and the depth of those cards. 11 playables already, and we've even got a couple we could jam in here. So I think we're in a pretty nice spot to be pretty picky as the draft progresses. So as I said, we don't really get any options here with the rare with Underworld Breach, and I think it comes down to Favorite of Iroas versus Soul Reaper of Mogus. With triple Omen and already an Eyes and a Favor, I think Favorite of Iroas is going to be the pick here. We can get pretty tricksy here, and honestly, when this dies, a 1/1 that can become a double striking 1/1 with a Nightmare Shepherd is still pretty decent. I would like a Soul Reaper and a Lampad in this deck, especially with double Omen and the Nightmare Shepherd, but we should be able to get that down the road. Okay, again, kind of a stinker for us. I'm just going to grab the second Wayfarer. I don't like Minions Return outs. I don't really like Minions Return, period. Again, it's Trixie-ish with Pious Wayfarer. It's Trixie-ish with sack outlets, but we don't really have anything that's good to sack, so I don't know. I think we just take the Wayfarer here and move on. And we can start to slant a little aggressively, but we're not really getting the goods this direction. Nyxborn Courser versus second Omen of the Dead. I think I'm just going to take the second Omen, even though we don't have a ton of stuff that we want to get back. Hopefully we will. Missing out on... There's really good cards here. Brawler, Anax, Omen of the Sea, but we'll just stay in our lane here and hope that the packs provide at some point. They don't right now, so we're just going to take Karametra's Blessing, shove that in the sideboard. I don't know if there was a point in this draft where I was supposed to jump ship on one of these two colors, and I guess that color would be white, and dive into red, black, red. I don't think we're seeing those cards. I think this is just some weird arena stuff happening. Leonin, Pharika Spawn, Familiar, Unknown Shores. We'll just take the 2-drop. If we get some more Wayfarers and end up wanting to be a little bit more aggressively slanted, then we can do so. Yeah, well, looks like maybe red was what we were supposed to be doing from this direction. I don't know. I think Temple Thief slots into that aggro plan I was talking about. I do think we are in a position... We could cut these two Birth of Meletus and move towards a more aggressive deck. Yeah, I guess Flicker of Fate is cute with the Omens, the Births, the Wayfarers. But I feel like going Leonin and Envoy, cutting the two Births, going with the Temple Thief and being a little bit more aggressive is our best out at the moment. I don't know if that's going to be our best out at the end of this draft, but I think it's our best out at the moment. I actually don't hate Enemy of Enlightenment as top end in black-white aggro decks. So what does this look like? If we bring in Leonin, if we bring in Envoy, we cut the 2 births. We've got a pretty good aggro deck. I don't know what the 2 Omen of the Deads are trying to do, but I think our curve looks okay. 2 Wayfarers, 3 2-drops. We should be able to get some more. Our curve looks really nice. I think I'm going to take Enemy as our top end over the, I think, replaceable 2-drop. We should be able to get 2-drops in these colors. Oh, nice. We get a Favorite of Iroas again. That makes me feel good about doing this aggressive slant for sure. Another Sentinel's Eyes will be great in the aggressive version of this deck. I don't think Minions Return is what we want there. Sure, maybe a Bronze Sword. Bunch of nothing. More nothing. And finally, nothing. Okay. Clothis. I wish I could. I think that this is interesting. Generally, I like Daxos a lot more than Alseid of Life's Bounty. Oh, also, this is now a deck where Karametra's Blessing is going to be good. But I think Alseid of Life's Bounty is actually going to be really strong here. There's an Underworld Charger and a Sentinel's Eyes that I would consider playing on the wheel. I think the Alseid is going to just be much better for this particular deck. Also, Alseid with Nightmare Shepherd is great. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so get in. Another Birth of Meletus, back. We're going to take Mire's Grasp here over Final Death. Even if we didn't have a Final Death already, we'd want the Grasp, but more removal is good. And now we've got Favored Hoplite versus Archon of Falling Stars. I guess Revoke as well. I think we want the Hoplite. It's tough. We don't have any heroes to pump up the go wide on the Hoplite, so maybe we just want the 6 mana 4/4. We have a ton of enchantments to get back. Chief among them, Enemy or Shepherd. We will have a lot of devotion, I think, with like Eyes, Omens, the 1-drop. Like, we've got a lot of ways to affect the board early with white. Got some votes for Revoke in the chat. I'm not into Revoke in this deck. So the reason I don't like Revoke here is because, 1, we have some removal, and 2, I think you want more threats than answers in aggro decks, and 3, Revoke will sometimes have a good target, but when it doesn't and it's dead in your hand in an aggro deck, you need all of your spells to do something in these kinds of decks that I don't think I want to make room for Revoke in a deck that looks as streamlined as this. I'm going to take the Hoplite here. I think even without heroes, it could potentially close out games for us by just letting us go wide enough. So I'm going to grab that. Back to this view here. Take an Indomitable Will, I suppose. I don't really like card draw, and we don't have a ton of... I don't like card draw in aggro decks. I want to just be affecting the board as much as possible. Course are not really where I want to be at. I think Will is fine as a trick. It being 1 mana with Envoy is nice. It being another way to trigger the Favoreds at instant speed, I think, is good. So we'll grab that. Another Final Death. I mean, there's a Heliod's Punishment, but Final Death, get in. Another Enemy, another Pious, a Leonin, an Omen. I don't think we want the second Enemy here. I don't think we want a 3rd Sentinel's Eyes. I think we just want the 2-drop in the Leonin of the Lost Pride. I mean, we're already at 24 playable, so we'll have to make some cuts. I think I just want the 2-drop. Now there's a Soul Reaper, but that was for the deck we thought we were drafting before. Now this could still be good for us. Again, it triggers the Pious Wayfarers. It triggers the Favoreds, and it lets us play a longer game if we need to. We've already got 3 5s and a 6, so I'm not eyeing this Berserker. And I'm not really crazy about Triumphant Surge. I think our removal is totally set. Like, Got 2 Final Deaths and a bunch of tricks and a Mogus's Favor and a Mire's Grasp, so I think we're all set there. And I'm not even sure if the card we take here is a card we're going to play. We got the Lagana Band Storyteller. I do want that for sure. And we wield Underworld Charger, which I actually really like in this deck. This is going to be a tough build. We have got a ton of playables. And I think we really navigated into the correct version of this deck, because I do think, as you saw in our other video, we had a much more like loopity-loop black-white deck with Elspeth Conquers Death, and I think this draft is much more streamlined. So we can probably drop the Enemy of Enlightenment to start. Alsea, double Wayfarer, Blessing, double Eyes, Favor. I think we can maybe get, now that we have the Storyteller as well, maybe we just do 1 Omen. We have 2 Leonins, Envoy. Envoy I'm still not convinced about. I may cut an Envoy. We'll see about that. Will, I do like one of those. 2 Favored, Soul Reaper, Charger. Might cut an Omen. Storyteller, Hierophant. So Hierophant, actually no, that's actually good now, because now we've got 2 Eyes, Mogus's Favor, and Charger. So I think Hierophant's going to be good. Getting a call in chat to run 16 lands in this deck, which I could see with the hand smoother. I could see that for sure. It's interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at some stats real quick. 14 creatures, so it's really 15 with the Omen. I think I do like with Nightmare Shepherd having a Sack Outlet and Soul Reaper. If this were, I would much prefer this to be Lampad of Death's Vigil, especially in an aggressive deck. Like, my kingdom for a Lampad of Death's Vigil here in this deck. I don't know. We've got Omen of the Dead, Omen of the Sun, and Soul Reaper. It does sort of incline me towards 17 lands, because it feels like we have places to put mana, and we really would like to be able to curve out. We do want to play early white and early black. This is tricky. It could just run the 41 card special. I got super excited about the Storyteller, but is this good? I think this is still pretty good. You know, again, a way to get back Shepherd if it dies. We've got Soul Reaper, Omen, Mire's Grasp, Alseid. I think Blessing enough of the time is going to just be dive down in this deck, so I don't really want to cut that. So, all right, I don't have a better solution here, so I think I'm going to go with 16 lands and then we'll reevaluate. All right, see you for the games. All right, here we are for game number 1. We're on the play. This hand, I feel like it's a yikes and keep. Like, just gotta hope. If we draw land number 3, then we can at least play Omen end of turn, and then on our 4th turn, sack it and scry, and maybe Omen plus Wayfarer lets us be a little tricksy. I think we just gotta keep here. Right, just draw Swamp, and easy game, easy life. Yep, well, there's step 1. Cut a hole in the box. Soul Reaper of Mogus. While it's uncounterable, get Wayfarer up to a 2/3. Attack into their Threnody Singer. Nope, all right. Not even an Omen. Classic blue deck. Oh, blue deck tapping out on their own turn. Okay. That's fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and smash. And if they're just going to let damage happen, then I'll just play Leonin. What? Ah! All right. I'll get used to the arena interface at some point. Never. At some point, never. All right. They've got 3 mana here. So I guess I'm just going to serve with the Leonin and the Soul Reaper. Omen of the Sun for the opponent. Okay. See what happens here. It's probably going to be block, double block. No, just block. All right, well, then I get to do my thing. And pump up on Leonin, get my own 2/1/1s. Taking it. Pretty lucky for us to have drawn our extra few lands, and pretty unlucky for the opponent to miss here, though they are now hitting their 4th land drop. Nyxborn Courser. Okay, that's going to probably make us pump the brakes. Does Underworld Charger do anything on this board? No, I think I'm just going to probably just pass. So there is some merit to just sacking now to try and hit a land drop and be able to play it on our turn. But there's also merit in, like, if we do that, then our shields are down for this as an activation response to some kind of, an ichthyomorphosis on this, say. So I'll just do this, sack a 1/1. Get a Lagana Band Storyteller, and we do get that second swamp. Now, I have no interest in running out Nightmare Shepherd into 4 open mana. I do have interest in, casting something on this turn cycle. Why not sack the enchantment, someone asks, because this only sacrifices a creature, and I'd rather draw a card there than scry 2. I also want to leave this around as a pip for the Hoplite, etc. Someone else is asking, will I go 100% Arena, or Arena 100% of the time once they have pod drafts out later this year? The answer is, I have no idea. We'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, red cards can sack enchantments, black cards cannot. I think we just run out Reverent Hoplite. And if they counter it, fine. And if not, that's also fine. Nothing worth final deathing here. And again, against blue decks, I think you just have to sort of make them have it here, because they could have any number of things. It doesn't have to be Memory Drain or Deny the Divine or Whirlwind Denial. It can be, Vexing Gull or Thirst for Meaning or another Omen of the Sun or Omen of the Sea. There's just way too many things they can have here at instant speed that make it really not relevant for us to care. Okay. I think we'll just play our Nightmare Shepherd. Now, I don't like that our shields are down here for them to, Banishing Light this. We even get to pump up the volume on our Leonin, which I think I would like to do. Would I like to do that, or yeah, that's the only thing that can actually guarantee get through. So let's do that. I'll attack. Happy to trade with 2/1/1s, happy to trade with the Courser, happy to get in for 4. I think it's important to figure out where your spots are when the board looks clogged like this, and I will take action. I have no reason to have the Leonin in the graveyard. I understand I need some fuel for the Charger, but another 1/1 on board that I can sack to the Soul Reaper, pretty decent. No Banishing Light one-time dealer? Well, I don't think that's what you meant to do. Assume our opponent meant to Dreadful Apathy the Nightmare Shepherd. That's yikes. Or they had another aura they meant to put on. They have a Flicker of Fate, perhaps. That's no good for the opponent here. Looks like we're on Flicker. So if we Final Death the Pegasus right now, Apathy will go to the bin. So I think we'll do that. Nice clean 3-for-1. And our attacks are pretty good. This one and then a bunch of 1/1s. Right, I could serve with Hoplite as well, because I don't care if it dies. Missed that. Opponent now hitting land number 6. Staggering Insight. You got it. Okay. So I think we're on serve for 4. Play. We can play favored first. So I could play Charger. I think I just sack Hoplite, honestly, on their turn. Yeah, let's just do that. They're going to sack one of their Omens. Actually, probably could have won that turn. If I just served with everything else? No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and then just sack whatever. So not quite there, but almost. Okay. Sack the Hoplite. This is a pretty sick little synergy. And I will... Opponent has something to say while this is happening. Looks like yes. They're going to Triumphant Surge our 4/4. Okay. Take action. So here we have 6 mana. Oh. No thinking. Yeah, right. So I just have to sack what they block. I guess I had enough for all that. So there we go. All right, here we go. Game number 2. We are on the play, and this is just a delight of a hand here. To bring the beats. Lands or spells, really. Ooh, oh my. All right, we'll smash for 1. A forest isn't ideal, because we could probably get outclassed fairly quickly against a green opponent, depending on how large their monsters are. Certainly a green-black deck could outclass us. So we get a swamp. I think we just smash with Leonin, play Thief, and I hope they trade, honestly. Termes coming in with a deck tech here. I'll be with you in just a moment. Get to that after this game. Okay, follow up with a couple more critters. We get to use Omen as a combat trick next turn, which is awesome. Probably block Thief here, would be my guess. No? I guess they're respecting that I could give something +2/+2. That sucks. Okay. Wish I could make a follow-up play here, but I cannot. Probably for the best, honestly. Like, I can save my Omen for hopefully post-Hierophant and get some better options. Oh, Arasta of the Endless Web. Well, that is certainly going to make me pump the brakes here. Strap in. We are now in for quite a long game. Indomitable Will. Okay, so if I can serve with everybody now. So now we just will. I can give a total of. So I still can't kill both. So if I will on. I still think it should be on a Wayfarer. And then we go pump, pump, Omen, pump, pump, get back Lannon, kill the spider, get in for 3. Four mana, opponent really wanting to keep up green. Okay, well, I have an answer to that too. At some point. So we'll Hierophant now. I have no attacks. Get a Mogis's Favor, that's nice. Binning Mire's Grasp, not so much. No attacks. Could Final Death this at some point. Hateful Eidolon. Gain 2. Ooh, you got some goods. You got some Soul Reaper of Mogis. Land here would be fantastic. Just the bee's knees. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to waste no time and just Final Death the spawn while Sacrifice Shields are down. Get that card taken care of. Toot sweet. I'm also going to attack with the Hierophant here. Get to trade for 2 creatures if they want. I doubt they do. And on turn number, 12, our aggro deck has finally gotten our opponent's life total down to a precarious 16. Wow, just running out the carry at it while they know we have Mogis's Favor. I guess they can sack it in response. I'm kind of... got a lot of options here. So Temple Thief currently can't be blocked by Soul Reaper and Eidolon. I think I go for... I'm gonna start with Favor on Caryatid. I assume in response they're going... Oh, this is milled. I forgot. I didn't... Obviously, it's not in my hand. Okay, so I don't know why I was thinking it was in my hand. All right, so still do this. Put it on the Caryatid. Boop, boop. Leave Mire's Grasp for the Lagana Band Storyteller. They're going to sack in response. Yes. Resolves. I will attack with Hierophant and Thief. No point attacking with the others. And I think I'm just going to sack Omen. I don't think a 3-1 really adds a lot to this board. And an Omen gives us the ability to cast Favor next turn if we want, which I think we might, considering it could give us 2 Wayfarer triggers, depending on if our opponent's shields are down. That is a nightmare. Yep. Okay. Resolves. Destroy my Wayfarer. That's a 2/4. So sad. Opponent has more to do. I guess they have an attack with the Soul Reaper. And all 3 if they want it. All right, first blood here for the opponent. I'll take 2. I'll go to 18. And a Lampad of Death's Vigil. Woof. Nexus Warden's just gaining all the life for our opponent. Sack on instep. See what we've got. Sentinel's Eyes and a Plains. I do like Sentinel's Eyes. Let's go on the Thief and attack in for 4. Oh, we can attack with both now. Pump up on the Thief. Attack, attack. Play Leonin. I don't think there's a reason to Soul Reaper just yet. We can do it. Well, I guess I'm going to want to do this. So I guess I should have. I should have done it already, but whatever. I'm going to be priced into doing this next turn. I should have cast it on the Thief already. Luckily, I'm not punished here. So, boop, boop, boop. It does not matter what we exile because it's all getting exiled anyway. I think we pump up. Still think we pump up on the Thief. I imagine they're block sacking whatever we attack, whatever blocks the Hierophant. So just serve in with the Thief. They're probably going to block sack with Wardens and draw, and maybe block sack with like Hateful Eidolon. Opponent has gained so much life off this Nexus Wardens. They'd be dead now otherwise. I mean, I guess they can also gain life with Lampad. Throwing Lampad of Death's Vigil under the bus here. I think you have to block with Nexus Wardens, but I could be wrong. I am wrong. I've been wrong before, and I'm wrong again today. Opponent's gonna exchange Lampad of Death's Vigil for a fresh card. Take 6 from the Temple Thief. Bye-bye, our graveyard. And I can't believe it, but with Nexus Wardens in play, I'm still hoping that they don't draw any non-enchantment creatures so that this Temple Thief is still only has 1 blocker that can't currently deal with it. And this Hierophant has actually done quite a bit of damage here, but it looks like our opponent's found something good. Tell me something good. Omen of the Dead. Pretty bad news for me. I don't remember what they have. Well, Arasta still doesn't block the Temple Thief. Okay. Just get in with the Thief. 5 more damage. We're stealing so many temples today. Don't like that they have options here. They have something in hand they can play. That's very bad for me. Giant Strength. Mystic Repeal. Yep. That's bad news. Bad news for the home team here. Not to say that we're out for good, but we are in trouble. Where were you? I guess I wouldn't have protected the thief. Now, I've already cast our Omen of the Dead, so I have no way to get this Temple Thief back right now. Do I want to cast Mogus's Favor on something? If I cast Mogus's Favor on our Hierophant and attack, they probably just block with the Colossus. We're in a bad way here. I think I just pass. We can't... Oh, we also can't cast it because we don't have enough cards. So there's that. So that sort of reduces my options. Oh, you're right, Dermies. I'm sorry. Okay. Wow. Just opponent. Draw, 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 draw. Freshy, freshy, freshy. And not attacking. Yeah, okay. No attacks. Crack the Omen. We'll see how they scry. Two cards to the top. Can I concede now? I think I can. That doesn't actually matter at all. +1/+0 and draw a card, sure. I've been asked if I should be sandbagging 2 lands for Mind Rot. I think no. Okay. I'll attempt this block. I'm going to take quite a bit of damage here, down to 7. I do trade off. Get to exile, oh, I don't know. That. But they've drawn something out. Like, we know that this next thing they drew is something they like, so probably see that now. That'll do it. That'll do it for me. 1-1. All right, here we are for game 3. Another keeper on the draw here. If we draw lands, we get to curve out. Land number 3, so we now do get to go laying in into Ragehound. Another black-green deck. Let's hope for no Nexus Wardens this time. We'll drop the Lay-in of the Lost Pride. Probably follow up with a Charger. Ooh, double flying, you say. Opponent down to trade 2 damage for 3 damage, and I'm just going to keep the beats coming with the Charger. Three power into 3 power into 3 power. Though we're not really adding a ton of devotion for the Omen at the moment. But we don't necessarily have to do this on 5. We can maybe double spell with an Omen and something else that we draw. We shall see. That's so far in the future. Whoa, Strider. Yeah, I don't love that. I'll say that right now. I don't love that. Smash, though. I'll take it. I'll take a trade here with either card. I imagine we're going to see a little block sack scry action with the GOAT. But maybe they just go to 11. I don't know. Just trading with the Charger. Block sack with the GOAT and trade with the Charger. That's a deal for me. That is a deal for me. Now, green-black is all certainly going to have ways to fuel this escape down the road. But maybe our Land into the Lost Pride will find its way to the graveyard before that happens. Like, it's pretty good news for us in the sense of, like, this is now feels kind of unblockable for us. Don't want to end the turn. I want to cast my Hierophant. And now, if we draw a land next turn, we have the option of just casting a 5-mana 5/5 as our curve out, rather than running out the Hoplite with just 2 1/1s. 3 spells hit the bin. That means we're due for a land. Down goes the Charger. I don't love that this isn't in their graveyard right now. Like, that is frustrating to me. As I just looked, I was like, where's their graveyard? Okay. All right, we do get land number 5, but it is not the land of our hopes and our dreams. No reason not to play Pious Wayfarer here, I think. Because I think I might just Omen back Favored. I'm going to play Wayfarer. Like, I doubt they're blocking here, and I doubt they're chumping here. So do this. Well, this is the land that we wanted, but it's now that Charger is exiled, it's less exciting. I'm certainly not mad about having 5 lands, but Omening back Favored is still totally reasonable. I am just going to take the extra, or like, get the extra damage through with the Omen. Yeah, well, this is great. I mean, I will take this block here. Now, I could, so I have options here. What I could do is just Omen and save my land into the Lost Pride. But honestly, I would like to just get rid of this Woe Strider here. So I'm just going to do this and pump up the Hierophant and get back the Favored. Pump there. Let damage happen. Exile Woe Strider. And play Favored. I'm unsure, like, if I don't know what's right there. Woe Strider coming back is very scary to me, but they're not close to doing that. They were still 3 cards away. And it's possible that having the 3/1 in play was better. It still lets us go wide, sets up. Okay, so now they're going to attack for 3. I'm going to attack with the Hierophant. Yeah, attack with Hierophant, play Reverend Hoplite. I send favored 2, then I'm forced to cast Omen of the Sun, and I don't want to do that. I don't blow them out. This only becomes a 3/3 double striker, so that it still trades with the Rage Scarred. Got someone in chat who's very excited about all of the possible blowouts with Omens and Pious Wayfarer. Opponent has now elected to not block the Hierophant. They're down to 10. Guess I should be aware of my own precarious life total as well. Get 3 1/1s. Now it feels like we're going pretty wide. On our opponent who does have us on a 2-turn clock, I may want to scry on upkeep too. If they want to, but like they now cannot afford to like suit up with wings and smash for 7 or whatever. I wonder if they're stuck on double black. Hydra's Growth. Yeah, sure. 1, 2, 5. If they block Favorite of Iroas, I think I don't sacrifice on upkeep here. If they block Favorite of Iroas, they can survive. 3, 4, 5. They go to 1. Yeah, assuming they have nothing else as a follow-up, which they have 1 card left. If they block Hierophant, they lose. Oh, and now they just lose. Okay. I mean, assuming the last card in their hand is... I don't know what they could have Return to Nature, which isn't actually going to do it. Return to Nature, Mystic Repeal, neither of those are going to do anything. I would not consider the Stupid Fog if they had 1 more mana. No one's main decking that card. Come on now. Got him. 2-1. All right, here we are for game number 4. And if I were on the draw, I would keep this hand. But essentially, we have 2 shots to draw a swamp. And really, we have to draw more lands after that. Like, this deck folds if we don't hit that swamp on turn 3. And with only 2 shots to get it, we're like 40%, maybe even less to hit. So I am going to mulligan. Nice. And this is a keeper. So I'm going to keep 6, ship Final Death, and start off with a Wayfarer. And maybe a Favored with a Sentinel's Eyes can just cheese him out here. I'm going to not play Sentinel's Eyes on 2, hoping to cast it as a follow-up here. Yeah. Actually, now that I have Omen, yeah, I think now that I have Omen, I am just going to crack in for... This not only lets us get in for a Vigilant 3 damage, but also leaves us a 2/3 to potentially block the Wayfarer, so our opponent has to decide if they want to get frisky and either have the represent the thing, another black-white aggro deck, or bluff attack into us. And I like our odds either way. Mogi says, favor. Sure. We can trade off here. No blocks. They definitely get to chunk in for more. So smash for 2. Play the favored. No removal, please. It all comes down to this. If they have like Mire's Grasp or Dreadful Apathy, we're probably done. Underworld Charger is okay. No blocks. So now the question is, do we want to blow them out on attacks or blocks? And we can... I mean, we're not really blowing them out per se, but... so let's go all attack. Do this. Pump up the Iroas. It gets double strike. We now get to deal 8. Gain 2, leave back 2 1/1s, and all of a sudden, the game has swung wildly in our favor. No, not that I wouldn't attack with the favored, but that if I attack with both, and then I omen on my own turn, then I make a 1/1 that trades with the Wayfarer, and I make a 3/4 Wayfarer that can block the Charger. So that's all I'm thinking about. No blocks. Venomous Hierophant. Okay, not ideal. See if we can scry into a Mire's Grasp. Huh. I have no attacks. Do I really want to... I think I just got a top here. I get to play something. And then I get to play something that gets me in a guaranteed enchantment the following turn. Okay, I'm going to top. I can now trade here. To exile the Charger if they want to attack. If they want to attack with Hierophant, I'm game. If they want to attack with Wayfarer, then I probably have to trade again and exile the favor. Don't love our spot. Feel like we're going to get close but no cigar this game. All right, they attack with Hierophant. That's fine by me. That's it, right? Just that? No blocks. What is this little ribbon? Ring-a-ding-ding! Timrid calls the dead post-combat. Ugh, Farika's spawn. Everybody gets a spawn. You get a spawn, and you get a spawn. Obviously not the best against our 1/1s, but a 5/6 is pretty tough for us to deal with. Now, it's such a bummer that they get a 2/2 here. I can't really serve with the team. I can attack with all 3 of these. No real choices here. Take action. No attacks. And another Mogis's favor. Oof. Oofta. Maybe I'm supposed to attack there with the Leonin to exile the spawn? His opponent perhaps not escaping spawn? If I were them, I have to imagine that's the play, but we shall see. Rise to Glory, Scavenging Harpy, and Dreadful Apathy. Okay. Apathy on the Storyteller. Mossy Beard, 28 months. Time's fun when you're having flies. Thank you so much for the support for 28 months. Really, really appreciate it. Much love to you. I think we probably pack up this game too, unfortunately. Like I don't have the attacks. I really just don't. I'm gonna just give it a shot though. Give the old college try. I guess Hierophant gets to eat something here. No, it doesn't. Oh yes, it does. If Hierophant goes on Iroas, and then like the Wayfarer goes on the Wayfarer. Okay. Yeah, 4/4 flyer would do some work here. I agree. Okay. Counter has to go on Favored. We have a Sentinel's Eyes that can be cast if another card goes to the yard. I don't know, maybe we're wide enough now. They're down to 5. They get to gain a life. Scry to the bottom. I guess they could pick off some 1/1s with Amogus' Favor. Make sure you remind me about this after the match here, Telenartho, and I'll take a look. Yeah, the way the enchantments are like mid-combat or whatever. Scry on upkeep for guaranteed eyes. Yeah, I like that. Thank you. Well, we don't have to do it on upkeep, but I guess if we're going to do it no matter what. I think we may have gone too wide here. I think we could get there. 6 creatures to their 2 blockers. Favorite will be double striking next turn. They're just bringing back Spawn here, and we get to sack Storyteller, so we don't have to scry on upkeep. Sure, no blocks. I think I'd rather have the opportunity to do something if we draw action. Okay. So now they have 3 blockers. I can make, like, it'll be a must block, trade, take 3. Ooh, Lord. Then they can favor a couple times to kill the other 1/1s, and we're left with... They're left with a Freakus Spawn, and we're left with a 1/1. I think I need to see what's going on next turn. That's a thing to happen next turn. Top... Does Favor do something here? Yeah, Favor does something. Shepherd with Vigilance next turn. Do I want Favor? Favor kills the Harpy so they can't block. So yeah, I think I want those too. Favor kills the Harpy and then can go on the Shepherd. Favor was lethal. No, they're going to favor a couple of our 1/1s next turn. Then we favor no. Okay, so view browser, top. Great. And pass. No attacks. Go. That sack was in our main phase. It wasn't on upkeep. I mean, I still have 3 cards in hand, so they could easily have removal for Nightmare Shepherd or some kind of... All right, so they're just going to favor a little bit. Kill a couple 1/1s. That's either very good or very bad that they don't have anything better to do in their hand. They're going to attack with Charger, which still don't think that I could just block with Leonin. No, I should wait now because I'll have the opportunity to get it back in theory with Shepherd. So let's go Shepherd. And now we're just a double striking Fool. I think there's no reason to cast Eyes here. I guess, like, if I Eyes now... Yeah, I'm going to do it, actually. Because... doing it now means that... Eyes on Favored forces a chump. No, it doesn't. It just trades with the Freakus spawn, which I'm not interested in doing. What I want to do here is suit up Eyes just to stop it from, like, I don't know, Mire's Grasp plus Mogis' Favor now can't kill this. Brutal. All right. Revoke Existence is not going to do it for us, unfortunately. No blocks. Pick off another 1/1. I think we're out of this now. Well, I don't feel bad. I feel fine. I don't feel like we could have really done anything differently. Yeah, we're just really not going to get there. Like, too much power and toughness on the opponent's side. We'll go to 2-2 here. All right, here we are for round number 5. No losses to give. I mean, we actually have a loss to give, but then we'll be done. A nice little 1-drop here for us. Island into Eidolon of Philosophy. Into Temple of Plenty. 1 card to the top for the opponent. Okay. I am going to drop the Eyes here. Cast your spells when you can. This also, again, this enables an attack for 3. This now is going to be a 2/3 to get past the Eidolon at least. I don't foresee us, like, ideally we draw lands and we're not casting this anytime soon anyway. And look at this, perfect. So they're just casting Prophecy and we still get to get in for 2 next turn. Now again, this feels like an opponent where, like, we're going to get them down to like 10 and then no business is going to happen. Their own Sentinel's Eyes. Block. Nice try, though. Nice try, though. Well, this is a point where I wish we had an Omen to blow them out, but they're going to respect that we do. We had a Hierophant next turn to fuel the Lagana Band Storyteller. Maybe we hit land number 5 on time to Final Death something. Omen of the Sun is the card from the opponent, okay. But what will be your play this turn? Yeah, I'm gonna block. Again, we don't have enchantments that are triggering this Wayfarer anytime soon anyway. Getting Sentinel's Eyes in our graveyard is not bad. So I am fine with this. Cetessan Training, all-in dealer. And we'll just drop the Hierophant. Land Wayfarer Blessing. No attacks. Why don't you wait till our turn to cast that Omen? Just wait. Just wait. All right. 2 cards into hand for the opponent. 2 life. I mean, I'm snap blocking here. Get to trade off. They get Sentinel's Eyes in their yard as well, but Sentinel's Eyes on our favorite is much better. We are choked on white mana here, so we can't double spell yet. Sentinel's Eyes on their 1/1, sure. And a single blue mana available for the opponent. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. All right, let's attack with Favored. They can Stern Dismissal us. I will... anything I want to get back with Storyteller right now? No, right? So... feels like... I mean, we could just drop a 3/4. Seems decent on this board. Well, decent enough. And then we save this down the line as a little trick. Okay, I'm into that. Decline. What's the top card? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Ooh, tell me, tell me. Opponent just passes. We continue to be choked on white mana here, which is a bit of a yikes. I think I'm going to attempt to cast the Alseid. Just get my little pre-combat double strike on. And smash with both. Wow, they're just going to take 7. And that's a deal for me. Sacrifice Omen for the Scry. Got chat speculating on what our opponent is splashing. And they're all just saying the most broken stuff. Like, definitely... well, we're going to find out. Top here. So, is it a Kiora Best the Sea God? Is it Dream Trawler? It's Eutropia! Ba-ba-da-ba! Eutropia into land, into 4 mana available. Staggering Insight. Yeah. Into the sky it goes. 4/4 Vigilant, lifelinking, flying, cantripping. Sure would love a land off the top. I agree. All right, take 4. Nothing to do about that. Resolves. Enjoy your card. My turn. Still choked on white mana. So, what to do? I guess we attack with Favored. What do I want to do? Omen this turn? Sentinel's Eyes? Eyes seems like the most responsible. I don't think we need to go wide. I don't want to cast the one from the graveyard. So we'll Favored here. Exile land spell. Go ahead. Actually, honestly, maybe I was supposed to put it on the Storyteller so I could attack with both. That was probably better. They're just going to chump. Makes sense. They probably have a string of enchantments coming to wreck my life. There's one of them. My turn. All right, there we go. Nug in here. Opponent just gonna take the 3. I'm gonna pass. I assume they're gonna, again, enchantment pre-combat and then pump up the volume. Aha, aha, he, aho, aha, aha, he. Okay. Resolve. Do your worst. Kiora bests the sea god. Actually, you don't need to do your worst. All right, so we've got some chumps here. So we can, assuming they can't launch it in the air, or they can because of Staggering Insight. So that's quite bad for me. I don't think there's anything I can do here. I mean, I guess I can eyes this. I could get in for 8. Eyes Thief. No, Eyes just loses for me, so I guess we just Thief and hope they don't cast Sentinel's Eyes. I don't know. I think we're just done here. I mean, I guess Eyes doesn't actually kill us. Oh, yes, it does. We can go up to 12 with Omen. And then we take 11. So we actually go to 1. We go to 1. I think my only hope is to, if I trade, what could I draw? If I draw like Mire's Grasp and they don't have an enchantment, I can get there. So I think that means I have to trade just to stop this from being able to get flying. Let's block, go to 1. Look, we're trying to put up a fight here. Trying to get that entertainment value. They steal the 3/1. Well, whatever they steal, we give protection, right? But it doesn't matter because I don't have a flyer. So if I drew Mire's Grasp, I could have survived, right? Mire's Grasp, laying in, they steal something, I give it protection. And then, you know, it's just a 9/9 Vigilant Hexproof that we have to deal with. That's chump change right there. All right. Not as good of a run as we had last video. 2-3. Still felt like those were some interesting games there. But we did get bested by the Sea God when all was said and done. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out on stream and also on the YouTubes. Go ahead and shoot a comment if you made it out to the end of the video. Let me know that I was bested by the Sea God. And go ahead again, if you haven't, click the subscribe. Give me a little thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.